Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat on the way in. My apologies for the absolute lateness, y'all. I had to, well, obviously, I couldn't make this a rector stream, so had to get some stuff finished. Um, and I was listening to, yes, Miss Real Talk with Yanni and her most recent update on this story. Shout out to the plumber, Aaron, right? And we're gonna get to this comment right here. We're gonna start off. We're gonna be quick. We're gonna cover a few things, but I want to have a larger conversation on Black women's reaction to this brother and him losing his job and some of the words that we hear circulating. And the glee. I want to have a larger conversation about that. So, grab second gear says she literally laughed at that man losing his job in this economy. The same plumber that maintained their resident and property that they tried to sell has a real estate has a real estate agent. Sorry, brother. And I want to. This is going to tie into kind of where I'm going with this and how I'm framing this. They want to see this man three ways, possibly: destitute under a bridge, right? Groveling at Black women's feet, and even worse. Yes, y'all know where Mr. Z is going. Deleted. Deleted. Whatever that brother used to engage in the past, they wanted to catch up to him. They want his ups to catch him. They want him deleted so they can speak about, and if y'all caught the link that I left in the description, so they can speak about this being his justice, this being karma, this being some African goddess, this being some Orisha, something larger, some African goddess, some African spirituality, right? Voodoo Okomi that they wished upon him so that he could meet his end, because he had the unmitigated gall to go back and forth with Black women. If y'all check out the title that I have, what does it say? What did Yanni say? I like a man a few words. What did the young lady in the blue dress say on the Pop the Balloon show? I don't want a man going back and forth with me. You a little too sassy for me. Right? What's going on, Audison? Huh? Exactly, Lion. And Lion says, chicks talk about he's giving abuser because he said a chick had hairy arms. We are, and I was having this conversation earlier with my lady about younger Xers, millennials, and Gen Z, and us having this kind of arrested development because of the economy that we aged up in, right? And how that kind of held back a lot of the markers of adulthood, right? The milestones of adulthood. And so you're living with your parents longer. You're having less sex. You're having less relationships. You're having less because your money is tight. There's less chilling with your friends. All of those things, those status markers, those milestones, we're hitting less, and that allows for people, women, Black women, to engage in adolescent behavior, feelings, and thoughts for longer. Now, we speak about the men ad nauseum. That's why I'm not speaking about the men now, FD, foreign man in a foreign land. And we don't speak about the women. Huh? We don't speak about how many women in their late 20s, in their 30s, in their 40s feel slighted about a 17-year-old Black young man going to prom with a white girl and it being seen on social media. How many of these women feel slighted by NFL players and NBA players, or about to be NFL players or NBA players, and their white girlfriends, right? Or their non-Black girlfriends? How many of these women feel slighted when they find out that their kind of movie crush black man has a non-black wife. We're allowing women, because we always speak about, oh, the girls mature so much faster than the boys and the women mature so much faster than the men. Are y'all sure about that? How many 30-something-year-old were invested in Bronny James and who he brought to prom? Uh-oh. Huh? 30-something-year-old women, black women. Now we're in the era of the rage bait. Huh? And so we watch the Pop the Balloon show, and black women have nothing to say about the tone of the women on that show. The way they speak, the way they dismiss men, the way they insult men. I will remind y'all once again for the 1,000th time, that lighter skinned black woman that was laughing at the more soft spoken artsy brother that was on that show, and her obnoxious laugh. Let's say why Mr. Z is bringing this up. Her laugh was the on purpose. I'm trying to get under your skin. I am purposely being obnoxious. I'm being loud, because my laugh is not just a laugh. My laugh is the insult. Huh? My laugh is the insult. How dare you be in front of me? Mr. Z, how are you tying that to this conversation? Aaron gave us signs that he might listen to the Black Manosphere, or he might have skimmed around here, or the overall conversation in the black community, particularly the black community online, right? Black Twitter has shifted because of the Black Manosphere. So he's giving kind of Black Manosphere-ish vibes, a little bit, a smidge. So even if he doesn't engage with some of the stuff that we say here and how we advocate, you could smell some of our rhetoric around him. And the black women can smell it too, and that's why they want to see him deleted. Black women, post Kevin Samuels, have decided to go scorch earth on black men, as if they didn't go nuclear already. Huh? And so any black man who isn't kissing their ass, hi FD signifier, hi foreign man in a foreign land, huh? Hi consciously, hi Alvin from waving the red flag, hi Irby, hi Themis. Any black man that isn't paying fealty to black women is automatically an enemy. And I dare you to sound anything like the Black Manosphere. Oh boy. Huh? So, what we have here are a bunch of women tapping on their fingers, waiting. They're just waiting to find out he got deleted. They love that he got fired. They're celebrating. Huh? If you click the link I have, they love that this Latina came out with this story about how he came off stalkerish, and he wasn't physically, he didn't physically assault her, but you know, the way he would speak and just his general presence, and how her mother gave her a warning about him. The women are black women are tapping on their fingers, just waiting. Okay, what's the next shoe to drop? So he does have ops. He was in some street stuff. Haha. Okay. That way, if and when he gets deleted, we can say, oh, look, that don't got nothing to do with this. Look, the streets caught up with him. Huh? That's what you get. That's karma. You see? Huh? Post Kevin Samuels, black women, particularly the ones that are engaging with this online conversation between black men and black women, oh, they decided to go scorch earth. Huh? Yanni told you she calling all over the place, trying to get his record. First, Look how sassy Yanni was on that link I left in the description box. Second, and Mr. Z is going to go right to it. To Yanni's dad, to Yanni's brothers. I don't know what type of home. I don't know what type of trauma. But this young lady right here, huh? I'm not. I'm a nobody on YouTube. I'm a faceless nobody on YouTube. I don't have my own children, right? But Yanni, huh? Let's be very clear. We're all black here. Well, I don't know if there's any random white person listening in. We know what sassy look like coming from black women. Yes, black women, you know what it looked like too. We know what snarky look like. We know what petty look like. We know what underhanded comment look like. We know when they're wishing the worst for you. We know when they're praying for the worst for you. Trail said, I got you. I got you, Z. I'll cover you, Z. Trail said, I got 3 kids, Z. You can borrow one. Right? I ain't ready, Trail. I ain't ready yet. I ain't ready yet. Right? We know what it looks like when black women are wishing the worst for you. When they're being nasty nice. When they're speaking like they're above it, but they're really in the muck with you, throwing mud. Thank you. And this is exactly what it means, Lion. And Lion says sassy. He means sassy coming from black women. That means when a black woman calls a black man sassy, sassy just means shut up and let me pick on you. Thank you. Don't talk back. And that's what the young lady in the blue dress said. And that's what Yanni said. What happened to the men that were men of few words? You imagine being a man of few words with Yanni as your girlfriend or your wife? Oh boy. You want to talk about verbal abuse? You want to talk about mental and emotional abuse? Huh? You see her facial expressions? How she roll her eyes, how she cut her eyes? She wants you to be a man of few words with a girlfriend or a wife like her. Oh boy. Based off of what we see online, we don't know you in real life, but if you're anything like what the character you show us online, oh boy. Right? And difference is you'd be mute. Yep, but she'd be yapping away forever. Sassy as hell. Y'all remember what Eddie Griffin said on that stand-up? When Eddie Griffin is playing around, he's showing black men dying of heart attacks as women, yeah, 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 yap, 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 slowly driving us into a grave. Y'all remember that Eddie Griffin stand-up? Line, I ain't even gonna read that last comment. Hysterical. Messed up. Hysterical though. Huh? And Dylan says they put all their energy into destroying their own men and wonder why they're single. I don't think Yenny wonders why she's single. I think Yenny has resigned herself. If she's truly single, is she not hiding a boyfriend somewhere? I think Yenny and the Yenny types, because once again, the post that she posted last year sometime in her community chat, it might even been before that, of being celibate or single, and you saw how many women in her comments were talking about being celibate for a year, 2, 5, 7, 10, 15, 17 years. Yenny and her type, in her ilk, they have resigned themselves to their fate. And they're okay with struggling financially, because most black women are, by the numbers, Yes, Yanni, I'm not pulling that out of my rear end. They're okay with being single. They're okay with living with siblings or living with parents in their 40s. They're okay with their situation just to give black men the middle finger. And I'm okay with them in their situation too, just for giving black men the middle finger. Huh? So when you see a real talk with Yanni, when you see these other women celebrating this dude, huh? Understand, first they found him attractive, right? First they found him attractive. Secondly, y'all gives you 1 second. Y'all gives you 1 second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. And Mr. Z is back. But yeah, and Grab Second Gear says she can't get along with no man. I honestly think that I don't think she could get along with many women either. If you watch her piece on if she a victim and she's speaking about friends and associates and a roommate she used to have, Yanni looked like she'd be on the wrong side of a lot of situations, not just with men. Once again, if you're anything like this character we see online, go figure, right? And Toya says, opportune time to hit that like button. Like, share, subscribe, hit the super chat, right? And Leon says, bruh, again, Yanni ain't competition, competing or competitions in Houston. Yep. So the larger conversation I want to have is the way we respond to these things as black people. The rage clicks, the rage corn, right? Obviously, particularly because Mr. Z is part of the Black Manosphere, the way women respond to this content and the way women wish the worst on black men for once again not paying fealty to the sisterhood. And I'm glad that they're saying it. I want us to do not misinterpret what you heard Yanni say and what that young lady in the blue dress said, what that young lady in the white dress, the more demure, calmer, softer sister, right? She could have even been African. She was very soft spoken, right? Cute dark skin sister. She was cute, slim, cute. Both of them. That's actually three. Red dress, blue dress, white dress, Yanni. All of them are telling this Negro to shut the hell up. Huh? Exactly, Trell. But it's not her fault. Everyone else is the issue. You already know. Right? Trell says what the white dress? What white dress was cute. She was cute. Right? Cute little dark skin, cute little slim dark skin sister. Right? And Trell says she was the best of the lot. Exactly. Slim, natural, and covered. But what did she say? She said the same thing the young lady in the blue dress did. She just said it in a different way. She said it in this tone right here. Right? She said it in this tone right here. You doing too much. You talking too much. Now, talking too much, I know for if you're not black or if you're not really steeped in black culture, when black women say you talking too much, they don't actually mean you're talking too much. What they actually mean is you're talking, period. Right? They don't actually, if you're talking too much, they're not even around you. What they mean is why are you speaking? That's why Yanni said, bring back the man a few words. See, if you hear that and you don't really understand, you think she means bring back the stoic men. Bring back the men with the stiff upper lip. Bring back the men's men. That's not what Yanni really means. What Yanni really means is bring back the men that would allow for black women to talk crap and eat it and die of a massive heart attack by the age of 60, by the age of 55. That's what Yanni really means. Bring back the real men, the men's men that let black women be super sassy and he don't got really much to say and he go to work and he work his butt off and he provides her with the nicest things and then he's out of here by 55 and 60. Huh? Huh? They want him deleted, y'all. They don't got the ovaries to say it, cowards. They want him deleted for the unmitigated gall, for the violation of talking back to black women. How dare you? Off with his head. How dare you? Huh? Guard, where's the guillotine? How dare you? They want him deleted. They just don't got the ovaries to say it. They either want him deleted, they want him starving under a bridge, or they want him groveling, begging for black women's forgiveness. Earth Mother Goddess Queen, I'm so sorry for violating. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I should have never opened my mouth in your presence. Y'all give Z a second. Y'all talk amongst yourselves. Yep, and Z's back. But yeah. And AB says, be careful what you ask for. Pop the balloon, pop their protection. I would say this to what AB is saying. I don't think black women understand this advertising that they're doing to themselves right now. They think they're putting negative propaganda out about black men, and they use brothers like this as proxy to go at all black men. That's what the brother that had graduated law school was about. They think they're using these brothers and humbling them as proxy to humble all of us. They don't fully appreciate how much they're burning all the bridges with young black men and with non-black men. They don't appreciate it. And even when they hear people like Z say it, they think I'm being hyperbolic. They're going to see that in their life, because most of the people engaging with this conversation for the most part are under the age of 40, under the age of 45 for the most part. They'll see it as they age into their 40s and their 50s and their 60s, as they age into their 30s and their 40s, as they age into their later 20s and their 30s. They'll see, right? They don't appreciate how they're acting on camera for young black boys and men to see. Mr. Z is in his late 30s. This is not about Mr. Z. Y'all think y'all don't got to worry about the 21-year-old and the 20-year-old and the 19 and the 15-year-old that come across this. That's who y'all got to worry about. And no amount of socializing them to just eat black women's crap is gonna work. If you don't believe me, go ask Dwayne Wade's sons. God damn, Z. How did that work out? Yikes. Ain't that right, Gabrielle Union? Oops. Huh? Does Bronny James not have a black mom? Oh. Huh? Dear black women, you know what you don't appreciate? Your sons grow up to date women, goddamn, wait for it, like you. Oh, talk about traumatizing. So no matter how much you raise him to eat it, you better make sure he poor and destitute. Because if your son has options, if your son is good looking, if your son is tall, if your son got some money, if he's charismatic, oh boy. Man. These women want to see this brother either under a bridge starving. They want to do one of those 5 years later, 10 years later thing, and he's under a bridge starving. So they can say, oh well, the karma that had nothing to do with us. They want to see him groveling at their feet, begging, or for them, the best one, they want to see him deleted. Whatever he was doing in the streets or whatever he still might be doing, they wanted to catch up to him. He get deleted in the worst way. And they can be like, well, they don't got nothing to do with us. You know, he was in the streets. Yep. They just don't have the ovaries to overtly say it. Yeah, Yanni, I'm talking about you. What home to Yanni's ex-boyfriend, to whoever used to pipe, whoever might be piping now. What in the hell is this? Y'all want to tell me whoever you are, if Yanni hiding you and pretending like she's celibate and she don't got no man or whatever, brother, you see this character online and you think you all right? Let's say she telling you, oh no, you're not. This is an online persona, and this is, and you don't really see this from her in real life. You think you all right? You think you safe? You think you're safe? To Yanni's family, I'm pretty sure she making good money. She probably giving a little, she chipping off money here and there, and she making good money. Huh? Them YouTube checks are looking good. I know those YouTube checks got to be fat. Meanwhile, low key, and to her brothers, y'all are black men. To her dad, you're a black man. You know your daughter low key playing around with the, hey, you know, she said karma and justice. She said, now we all know when a black woman start talking about karma and justice, speaking on a black man, what she really mean by that? Uh-oh. You get what you get. Now, if this brother used to be in the streets, what does that mean when she start talking about karma and justice? This brother already got fired from his job. She said karma and justice for that. She already said it on her second video. Huh? The streets catching up to him. Yanni, you're such a coward. You know what you really mean. It's not the streets catching up with him. What you're really saying is, I want the streets to catch up to him. Huh? Maybe you're not self-aware enough. Maybe that's what we're dealing with. A bunch of immature ass brats who are not self-aware enough to understand when they're saying something and the weight of the words. 20-something-year-old, 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old, 50-something-year-old brats who are saying things and they think we don't really hear, we don't really understand, we don't really comprehend what they're saying, the weight of the words that they're using, the message behind the words. When you string the words together, what are you actually saying? What's the message? What are you conveying? I know, Yanni, you think black men are dumb, you think we're mouth breathing idiots. I hear you. I hear you. I get it. Huh? Yenny, maybe you don't get it. You're telling the women, get off the apps, get off the apps. I'm telling you, all the weirdos are on the apps. Get off the apps. Yenny, the women wanted the apps because they said that the apps would save them from this. Wait, so y'all want the apps and you don't want the apps? We're talking about the dating apps, by the way. The women liked the dating apps because they got to vet the men before meeting them. Now you're telling them to get off the apps because all the weirdos are on the apps. Which one is it, Yanni? Bumble put out that advertisement because y'all not doing y'all job. Bumble gave y'all the power to initiate with men and y'all are not doing it. And differences, hey Z, doesn't that witchcraft that they love so much say something about wishing ill comes back on you 3 times? I don't know. I told y'all I'm Haitian. I don't be messing with that stuff. That stuff scares the hell out of me. I done heard too many stories. Right? I done heard too many stories. Like, happened to who? The cousin, the one I met, the one at the front. Oh, yeah, nope. Yep, nope. Right? Nah, I'm straight. Right? Thank you, Vince, and shout out to Toyo. Words mean things. Right? Words mean things. And talking about Vince, and Vince is, she's saying, "Bring back the." Did I read this already? Yeah, I did, but still, she's saying, "Bring back the men that couldn't read." So no, I actually didn't read this before. She's saying, "Bring back the men that couldn't read, so he was a dependent and ain't have much to say." Yes, I don't even remember if I read that right, but there we go. I am gonna read that out loud, Trail. Hysterical. Thank you, Lion. And Lion says, "Meanwhile, they're real weirdos." They are. They are. Right? And shout out to Yanni. Fine. Y'all want to see this brother destitute. Y'all want to see him starving. Y'all want to see him begging and crawling. Huh? For the unmitigated gall, the violation. This is a violation. How dare you talk back to black women? How dare you get up right with black women? How dare you talk back to the young lady in the red dress? How dare you throw your money in black women's faces? That's not man-like. If y'all really want men's men, then maybe y'all should tell white feminists to shut the hell up. Y'all not doing that, so you get what you get. Huh? Stop complaining about sassy men if you're not telling FD signifier and them to stop it. Just tell them to stop. Huh? Stop complaining about sassy men if Irby is telling y'all that trans women are women and y'all don't got nothing to say. Do you understand how this works? If men can't be men, wait a minute, then you can't be women. There's no more rules. There's no more conduct. It's done. It's shredded. It's on fire in the fireplace. So no, Yanni, y'all don't get to talk crazy and then men gotta be stoic and just eat that. And I'm a man. I don't respond back to women and their snarkiness. Oh no, those days are done. Oh no. If they shred what man means, then they shred it all the way. Oops. Huh? I'm not saying that this is the way it should be. I'm saying that this is the way it is. No, Yanni, if they're shredding what man is, and that includes for white men, stop pretending, then they shred it all the way, right? Hysterical, Trail, right? If we don't get to be men, Yanni, then you don't get to be women. Uh-oh. Foreign man in a foreign land said the biggest mistake black men make is thinking that they're men. Uh-oh, does that mean that the biggest mistake that black women make is thinking that they're women? Oh. And that when they get sassy with a man, that he's not supposed to respond because men are supposed to be men of few words. Oh no, we shredded that, Yanni. No more. And Lion says, wait, what? No, he's kind of doing his own remix of the man, not Dr. Tommy Curry. Foreign man in the foreign land, he was trying to do his own remix of Dr. Tommy Curry's man, not. I get what he was trying to say. But what I'm saying is if black men don't get to be men, then do black women get to be women? And isn't that much of their complaint? Isn't that much of the divestors and the swirlers' complaint? Is that they want to be women. Now, when we know when they say women, they're talking about white womanhood, the myth of white womanhood. We know that. But which one of y'all have the testicular fortitude or the ovaries to tell black women, unfortunately, yeah, that ain't that, I'm sorry. I was purposely stuttering, you guys. I'm sorry, but yeah, about that. We're not doing that anymore. We can't let you be a woman. I mean, like, you want to be a white woman. We're even trying to strip the white women of that, especially not the ones that are not elite. So you don't really get to be a woman because he can't be a man. Like, the status markers of a man, like the way he's supposed to conduct himself, and like this provider protector thing, especially like a hyper provider that can make you a kept woman. Yeah, we kind of took that away from him, so he can't really be a man the way you say it. So that means you can't really be, the woman the way you would like to be. Which one of y'all got the testicular fortitude to tell women that? FD, I told you, socializing the men to eat this is the easy part. Huh? Yeah. This is actually a really dope comment. And Leon says black women are classified as queer, even when they don't know it. Ish is still sad. Ah, right. And once again, Vince, thank you for the super chat. Ah, yeah, yeah. And here we have a woman with some good money, single, living on her own, no children, don't have no real needs, probably don't even really have any real wants, financially doing well, right? Kind of a junior celebrity on these YouTube streets, right? Somewhat of a junior celebrity because of YouTube. And she's a big ass kid. You know who needed a hug? 16-year-old me. No, Yanni, Mr. Z did not forget that you said that because you meant it then and you kind of mean it now. Huh? Yeah. That's why you kind of, somewhat, sort of, kind of, somewhat, sort of are wishing for more of this man's downfall, including possibly being deleted. You just don't got the ovaries to say it out loud. I want you to watch your second video about him very carefully and tell me that I'm wrong, Yanni. Huh? They're still fighting against Kevin Samuels, everyone. They're still angry at Kevin Samuels, everyone. They're still angry at all of you manosphere Negroes. All of you in the chat, all of us content creators, all of us commentators, all of y'all that come up on the panels, they still are angry. They're livid. I knew somebody was going to say it. I was waiting to see who was going to be the first one. And Lion said, stay mad then, LOL. I knew someone was going to say it. Lion got to jump on y'all because I knew someone was going to say it. Right? They're livid. And I'm glad, who was it that said that on, one of the ladies that said that on Obsidian channel? She's 100% right. They're still mad about Kevin Samuels. I want you to understand, the way we talk about Oprah and them, that Kevin is that to them. Not Tommy. Tommy wasn't big enough. Pause. But Tommy, he didn't become a household name somewhat in the black community the way Kevin did. They're going to be saying Kevin Samuels' name. They're going to have Kevin Samuels, what's that comment? Living rent-free in their heads. Kevin Samuels will be living rent-free in their heads for the next 40 years. They're livid about Kevin. Huh? And they despise all of you manosphere Negroes. Vic says, my 65-year-old dad knows who Kevin Samuels is. Well, and exactly my point. They're livid. They're angry. They're seething. Right? And so when you hear, and we've heard those comments when Chrissy was saying, you know, he was making fun of women with my image. He's denigrating. She didn't say denigrating, but maybe the message was, he's denigrating my image. It's women with my image. Chrissy, black women like you have been running black men image through the mud very overtly for at least 40 years. For at least 40 years. What you got to say about that? We were deserving of it, weren't we? Oh, we were deserving of it. Yeah. Huh? No, Chrissy. Kevin Samuels wasn't running black women's image through the mud. Black women were running black women's image through the mud. Huh? Black women were running black women's image through the mud. Y'all talk about Kevin like he was talking to himself. It's not Kevin's fault that black women got on his live and made an ass out of themselves. That's not Kevin Samuels' fault. For the world to see, by the way. And am I pronouncing this right, Otto? And Otto Art says, echoes from the grave. You can't make this ish up. Hysterical. That brother really is in the afterlife being like, bruh. Right? Y'all act like Kevin was speaking to himself. Was it Kevin's fault that black woman after black woman got on Kevin's live, showed their face, and pretty much boiled men down to nothing but walking wallets, walking ATMs, and overglorified guard dogs? That's Kevin's fault? Y'all like to call it provider protector. Stop it. That's Kevin's fault. That's Kevin's fault that woman after woman. I want a man that makes six figures, six figures, six figures, six figures. You look at the numbers, how many men earn six figures? Like 13%, right? Something along those lines. That's about the average. For Americans, about 12ish, 13%, something along those lines, ish, right? Huh? Man. So yes, the Yannies of the world and the Chrissies of the world and the right, even the Bowsers, yeah, huh? The divested zealots and the crystalline Karazins and the Lexus Exodus, especially Lexus Exodus and Mahogany Pink told y'all they started their YouTube as a response to Kevin. Huh? Because black men, going right back to what I said in the beginning, what the young lady in the white dress said, what the young lady in the red dress said, and definitely what the young lady in the blue dress said, and what Yanni said, black men were supposed to shut up and let black women talk crazy to them. Be stoic, stiff upper lip, right? What Yanni said, a man of few words, be a man of few words, and let black women talk crazy, not just to you as an individual black man, but talk crazy about black men writ large. Shout out to Simone Sanders, who asked black men for their unsolicited opinions. Huh? Better you. Right? I can't get that image out of my head. Jesus Christ. Right? Diglett. Right? And the Roger Report says the manosphere that includes white people and people of color, or the black manosphere. You're going to have to pick a side, or we'll pick it for you. Right? Yanni is wishing to see this brother deleted. She don't got the ovaries to say it, y'all. Especially, you saw it in that first clip. I'm gonna, for those of you that replay gang, shout out to the replay gang. Um, I'm gonna put the link for the second video I'm referring to. For those of you that have the stomach, it's only 20 some odd minutes long. You can see it in her. She's not saying it. She's circling around it. She's implying and suggesting that, the karma might catch up to him and then the streets is chasing after him. But you're wishing that they catch him, though. Whatever he might be into or whatever he might have been into, you're wishing that it catches up to him. So you could say, karma! And I'll be trying to tell y'all, you got to be careful to karma! Huh? And I'm going to speak right to that right now. And Vince says, I love this sector of the black manosphere because I know all of this conversation is rooted in love and concern. Talking about concern. You know what can happen? Let me tell y'all what can happen. Yanni can turn around, meet a brother, get married to him, mess around and have some kids. And what about all of you subscribers of Yanni? Uh-oh. Yanni is still young enough to mess around, get married, have kids, Still make this content. Ain't that right, Paris Milan? And all of you subscribers of theirs are going to be living vicariously through them, still talking crap about black men. Oh boy. Huh? Yeah. I like this. I gotta read this one now. And Vince says the shorties is scaring away the bros, FD. Ah. Oh man. Hey, low key, even the dating websites are admitting that. Ooh, Z, ooh, ooh, ooh. Huh? Bumble kind of low key admitted that. Yikes. Huh? Better you, these sisters don't care nothing about that. These black women don't care nothing about that. And better you says, funny how karma and harm BS only applies to black men, but can't do nothing about white supremacy and reparations. These black Yanni don't care nothing about that. Chrissy don't care nothing about that. Bowser don't care nothing about that. It's about humbling you Negroes. Making sure you know your place. Reparations. Pfft. To these women, let's get right into it. To these women, what white supremacy? They doing fine. Huh? Bowser graduated from Harvard. What white supremacy? Chrissy doing okay financially. What white supremacy? Yeti making good money off of YouTube. What white supremacy? No, that's something you poor loser black women and you loser black men, just about all of you, got to deal with. What white supremacy? No, their issue is you, black man, because you, in their minds, I'm saying, you making fun of them, you talking back to them, is a bigger issue than this mythical, magical white supremacy crap you talking about. White supremacy? What's that? Huh? Lexus Exodus told you she making six figures and she been making six figures. White supremacy? What's that? And she married to a non-black man. White supremacy? Huh? The vested zealot told you she been let black men go since she was, what, 16, 14, whatever. White supremacy? What's that? Huh? Bowser went to the prom with a white dude. High school prom with a white dude. White supremacy? That's what you loser Negroes got to deal with. Reparations? I'm good financially. I could do without the reparations. Huh? No, that's not their concern. White supremacy is an excuse. That's not their concern. Their concern is you Negroes, you manosphere Negroes, and I'm saying that manosphere Negroes for a reason, Raj. I'm not calling it the black manosphere. I really want to say, okay, well, this is after hours. You manosphere niggas. So I only say it once. That's what they're really meaning. That's why I'm saying it like that, Raj. Because they don't call it the black manosphere. Well, a few of them do. They call it you manosphere niggas. Well, there go a second time. Right? Y'all are the issue. And the fact that y'all don't know y'all place next to, behind black women. Ain't that right, Tiffany Cross? Huh. And FD and Ole think it's just divestors and swirlers. Yanni ain't no damn divester. Yanni is a standard ass black woman, and she say she's from the burbs. Oh boy. If this is what from the burbs look like, god damn, what from the hood look like? Now y'all understand why Raj told y'all what's the difference between the divestors and your standard system. And he didn't say sister. I hear him. Yanni, everyone. Yanni ain't no damn divester. And she's over here low key hoping for the deletion of a skilled tradesman, of a black man, of a brother that was working on his life from what we could see. And she's hoping that his past life catch up to him just to prove a point to you Negroes. You know how we speak about how white supremacy sees us as one big Negro? Are we sure it's just white supremacists? Are we sure the Yannies don't see us that way also? Uh-oh. And the Bowsers too, FD? Huh? Are we sure? Are we sure it's just the white supremacists that see us like that? Huh? Are we sure the Chrissies don't see us like that also? And the Lexus Exodus, and the Mahogany Peaks, and the Crystalline Kerosens, and your standard black women maybe kind of sort of somewhat. Oh, whoa, Z. Hmm. Huh. Actually, I could make this make sense. And Lion says it might be the wrong song because of the person, but Alexa played Bad Boys for Life. We ain't going nowhere. We ain't going nowhere. We can't be stopped now. No, the way black women see it as is that they are Diddy and we are Cassie trying to run to that damn elevator. Uh-oh. Being drugged right back to that hotel room. Black men of means are Cassie. And every time one of you Negroes, especially with some money, gets seen in public with a non-black woman, god damn, God forbid, she is attractive, you're Cassie. You're Cassie trying to get on that elevator and they're Diddy. Huh? All you brothers that just got drafted and you had your little cute white girlfriend all with the family celebrating. You are Cassie, and all these black women, including the 40-something-year-olds, commenting, particularly online, are Diddy. And if they could, they would. If they could, they would. If they could be Diddy and you could be Cassie, they would do it. How dare you get rich and not marry or at least be dating a black woman? Huh? Yeah. Right. And finally, let me read this. And KW Dawn says, Cynthia G, Nyla, and Taz all terminated from YouTube. Really? Is that justice or karma? Sinji and Nyla specifically dealt with tarot cards, shaking my damn head. Huh. Yeah, I don't mess with that all of that supernatural stuff. Nope. Right. First of all, I don't know what I'm doing. Secondly, I'm Haitian and it scares the crap out of me. I done heard stories. Even for those of us that don't believe it's true, it's too close to home. I ain't doing it. I won't try. Right? Toya said chocolate bar. Right? And let's be honest, some of them sisters are putting on, they are such liars because they found that brother attractive. Which makes it even worse because for them, he really was just supposed to shut up. Just shut up. Right? And I'm glad that they said, I'm glad the young lady in the blue dress said it. It's more difficult to understand that that's exactly what the young lady in the white dress said. Right? The young lady in the red dress, don't do too much. Huh? Young lady in the blue dress told you, I don't want my man to be arguing back with me. Huh? And Yanni told you, what happened to the days of men of few words? I miss the days of men of few words. Something along those lines. Men of few words. Oh boy. Put it in the book. And Jake says proxy violence by way of social media. You better believe they're wishing the worst on that brother. And once again, KW Don, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. You know they're wishing the worst on him, right? You better believe it. Right? And Saint Cyr says, blue dress was the textbook definition of childish and toxic. Hey, everybody act like she didn't start with him. She popped her balloon and she said it. You made fun of these girls, so I'm going to pretty much get back at you. I'm a Ninja Turtle looking at that. Hey, everybody act like they didn't see that because they think he deserved it. So because they think he deserved it, everybody ignores that she's the one that started insulting him. Huh? Yeah. Oh, I got to read this one now. Oh boy, because I did not know this. And Detroit, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. And Detroit says, Nyla Blob is far more dangerous than Sinji and Taz. Nyla Blob was doing blood sacrifice with Black Woman Sphere, most like supernatural witchcraft. Look, I said it already. From my understanding, from relatives, this thing doesn't it it's gonna come back and take from you. It's going to come back and take from you. It's essentially alchemy, equal or greater exchange. It's going to come back and take from you. Mr. Z ain't dealing with none of that stuff. Hey, bro, I'm straight. Nope. Can't do it. Shout out to Gilgami. Gilgami in here. Gilgami, tell him about voodoo. When you wish for something and you don't just get it. No, you're going to pay a price. It's going to take from you. And the larger you take, the more it take. Well, y'all better stop it. I ain't doing it. Nope. Right? No, y'all better stop it. And Jake says, have they not watched Wishmaster or Full Metal Alchemist? No, absolutely not. Right? I ain't doing it. Nope. Y'all wildin'. Stop it. For all of y'all playing with that, all right. Better stop. Thank you. And Gilgami says the Caribbean and the continent knows not to play with those forces. I'm not doing it. Y'all better stop. Right? And Jake says these women love the craft witchcraft country and miss the whole point of the movie. Oh wait, I'm missing something. These women love the craft and miss the whole point of the movie. I'm missing something. Talking about missing, I'm missing. Right? Thank you, Jake. Don't f with the dark forces. Exactly. Don't f with. Hey, man. It's these people are messing with something they don't understand. And even when you start wishing, and Yanni, I'm gonna throw you in there too. When you're wishing, and Yanni, I know you don't think you're gonna lie to yourself and tell yourself that's not what you were doing, Yanni. You're low key, high key, wishing not for his demise, for him to be deleted. I saw it in your face, Yanni, in your tone, Yanni. Yanni, that comes at a cost. Y'all better stop. Black women, y'all better stop. Because you already live in the consequences, by the way, with your single lonely asses. Y'all already live in the consequences if you didn't know. Huh? If you didn't know. You're literally living the consequences. Didn't they say there's somewhat of a correlation between black men being in prison and like the what's the word I want to use? Because I can't use that word. The assault of black children. Huh? Like these things have a through line, and we just ignore the through line. And then you watch people wish for more. Weird. If this is a blue collar brother that's trying to get his life together, right? I'm going to take his word over your word, Yeti. He's not in the streets no more. He used to be, he's not. Okay? Let's say that. What do you think y'all are doing by getting him fired? Oh, y'all want him to go back in the streets to get deleted. You just are too cowardly to say it. Oh, okay, I get it. I get it. Huh? You want the streets to catch up to him. Oh, okay, let's say he had a little situation. You want his name to be public. You want him to get caught up with the authorities. Oh, okay, I get it. You're just too cowardly to say it. Oh, okay, I get it. Huh? I get it. And if you want to know the difference between men and women, this is the difference. They're too cowardly to overtly say it. They're hiding behind implying and suggesting, right? Implications. Suggestive. There you go, Z. Language. But if you listen, you hear it. Wow, Yanni. This is where you are now? Yanni, you think you better than Cynthia G? Huh? Why? Because Cynthia G actually had the ovaries to say, yeah, she wishes for the destruction of the black community? You think you different than her? Huh? She actually said it. She actually had the ovaries to say deletion of black male babies. Yanni, you want to see this man deleted. You want to see him homeless and destitute. You want to see him thrown in prison. Grow some ovaries, put on your big girl panties and say it. You pretty much did already say it. The message has been conveyed. But use the words, Yanni. Use your words. Thank you, Vince. And Vince's indirect innuendos and metaphors. That's all. And Toya says, "Come on now, come on now. Why would I admit anything that would tarnish my above y'all stature in life?" Exactly, exactly, right. And good point, Toya. And Toya says saying it would be admitting it. Yeah, you're right. And Vince says Yeti isn't qualified. And thank you, Vince, for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Let me finally get to a split gym. Let me put this up. And a split gym says fit, feminine, and friendly has them under pressure. Man, look. They they curse Kevin's name. Man, y'all better be happy they don't know where Kevin is, because if they could urinate on this man's grave, they would. Right? If they could urinate on this man's grave, they would. Forget urinate. If they could defecate on this man's grave, literally defecate on this man's grave, they would. Right? Oh, that's all they doing. And Jake says, stop throwing subs like BBL Drizzy. That's all they're doing. That's all they're doing. They don't got the ovaries to overtly say it, bro. They don't have it. They don't have it. Right? Man. I got a joke. Wait for it. Wait for it. And Trell says, I dated a girl who practiced that witchcraft once. Man, could she suck a good D? And she was literally sucking souls out. But y'all should have saw it. I was gonna say I should have saw that coming. Mrs. Z with the jokes. Don't throw your tomatoes. Don't throw the tomatoes. Don't throw the tomatoes. Right? Harold could talk about Sandman. Here comes Mr. Sandman with the umbrella. Don't with the cane pulling me off the stage. Right? Oh man. And once again, a split Jim. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. But yes, no, for real though. D Scott threw the tomato. Right? No, but it really does. That fit feminine. As a matter of fact, what was I? It was one of them I was listening to. Something went left with one of the brothers. I don't know if it was there we go. It was Jeezy. When Jeezy filed for divorce, who was I listening to that mocked Jeezy and said, "Oh, Jeannie Mai wasn't feminine and friendly enough, huh?" Right? That we don't know nothing about Jeezy being nowhere connected to the Black Manosphere, none of that. We don't know nothing about him have ever referenced Kevin Samuels or anything along anything. But somehow, once again, they painting this broad brush. I told you, we're just one big Negro to them. Y'all ain't never heard Jeezy say nothing left about no black woman ever. And I can't remember which one of them it was that said, "Oh, so I guess Jeannie Mai wasn't fit, feminine, and friendly, huh?" How salty is that? How salty is that? This man never, from my understanding, never referenced Kevin, never referenced no Black Manosphere, never referenced nothing like that. And for just randomly, I guess Jeannie Mai wasn't fit, feminine, and friendly, huh? Oh boy. I told they feel a certain way when they see these celebrity brothers end up with non-black women. It's like it's an insult to them personally. I said it before. I need to bring this back. It's like a brother tapping her on her shoulder and be like, "Oh, by the way, you're ugly. I just want you to know that. I picked her. I picked the white girl because you're ugly, huh? I picked the Latina because you're dark skinned and you're 4C curls. I just want you to say that. Excuse me, not just want you to say that. I just want you to know that, huh?" Whenever one of these brothers, and that's why they feel so slighted. By the pictures with the brothers with their white girlfriends on their arm and their Latina girlfriends on their arm for prom. All those brothers being drafted, NBA, NFL, white girlfriend somewhere. Because for them, what that brother is, he came out of the TV, tapped her on the shoulder and said, by the way, I just want you to know you're fat, ugly, and dark. I don't like your hair, and that's why I'm with the white girl. Y'all are weird. Y'all are weird. That's why I said arrested development of their emotions. These are like 20-something, 30-something-year-old, 40-something-year-old women who are emotionally still 14 years old, 12 years old, 7 years old, 5. For Yanni to be sounding like this as someone in her 30s, are you not embarrassed? You're in your 30s, lady. You're in your 30s. Huh? Look at the difference between the therapist and this young man. The therapist actually worked with black men. Oh boy. And had black men's mental state in her hands. And from what we can see, she ain't that mentally stable herself. This brother, from what we can see, is trying to get his life together. Working with the youth, working with former military, working with single moms and single dads. And y'all said middle finger to all of that because we got a point to prove. And we got to humble you. And Telescope says, this is funny. And Telescope says, uh-oh, NBA draft's coming up. Buy a Kevlar vest and a helmet. It might get ugly. Right? Oh, man. It's frightening. And D Scott says, I've definitely been told I hate black women because of where I stick my peen. These chicks are cooked. Look, they they see it as a personal insult and a slight to them. You don't. I want to be very clear because this idea, if you don't have nothing nice to say, don't say anything at all. The issue is that y'all talking crazy about black women when y'all have these Latina or these white girls or these Asian girls as a girlfriend or a wife. No, the insult is that you're with her, period. The insult is that you're with her in public, period. The insult is that you have resources. God forbid you're a good looking brother. The insult is that you have resources and this non-black woman, gets to enjoy your non-black resources. The issue is that you're happy with this non-black woman. And it gets even worse. For all of us that remember that clip with the sister, what country was she in? Was she in Colombia? And she said she was in Colombia and she saw these brothers and they smiling and they getting in cars with this girl or whatever random woman, and then she could tell that they're bringing some other brother. This is his first time, and they get in the car with the other chicks, with the other women. It make it work. They know y'all are going overseas and y'all are having great times with these other women, whether this is your out of town girlfriend or whether y'all just doing some fun things, right? Man, and they hate it. It's a personal insult. It is a direct insult to them, right? That's how they see it. Huh. And Mr. Shook to you says, how about this? The NBA draftee prospects are mostly mixed kids of ex NBA players. Take a look at the under 17-year-old Olympic team too. Mr. Shook to you, let's just call a thing a thing. A lot of our mothers were like Yanni. That's why these NBA players are mixed. God damn, Z. I said it. Our fathers had kids with non-black women because our mothers were like Yanni. Our mothers were Bowser. Uh-oh. Huh? Our mothers were Chrissy. What happened? The NBA is so goddamn mixed because our mothers were Yanni. Our mothers were Yanni 20 and 25 and 30 and 35 and 40 and 45 and 50 and 55 years ago. The Ball brothers, anyone? God damn. Drake himself, anyone? Anyone? Ooh, Z, ooh, ooh, ooh. Uh-oh. Huh? Yeah. It's insane that the Yannies exist, right? Let's call a thing a thing. The Yannies exist, and then they talk crap or get mad or annoyed and lie to just don't talk crap about black women when you go over there. Huh? Just don't talk crap about black women. You're not mad because we talking crap because I have cousins that are married to non-black women. They don't talk crap about black women. Black women are not on their radar. Some of them cheat on their wife with black women though. Goddamn Z. Oops. Don't worry, they wives ain't listening. They don't talk crap about black women. Y'all know most of these brothers don't talk crap about black women. No, they're not. You want to know why? Them Negroes are not saying, you want to know why I'm with a non-black woman? That's a figment of your imagination. They don't do that. They don't have to because we already know. God damn, Z. Huh? They don't do it. Huh? For the black community to be full of real talk with Yanni. Yanni has what, 300 and something thousand subscribers, 300 and some odd thousand subscribers. For the black community to be full of Real Talk with Yanni, and I want you to remember, I put money. Most of Real Talk with Yanni subscribers are around her age or younger. Huh? The black community is full of Real Talk with Yanni, and then these people act dumb and obtuse about why are so many black young men dating and marrying out? Why are so many? What did what is her name? Samantha Cooker. Black women, we be so single for so long. Why are we single for so long? These white women keep them a man. They go from one to the other. Why are we so single for so long? Exhibit A, Real Talk with Yanni. Huh? Well, there you go.
Huh? Why is everybody acting dumb? Dr. Umar Johnson. Uh-oh. See, on one breath, he gives that little speech that he gave, the little lecture when he was saying these black women and them holding out for their career, and they pretty much they're not willing to build because he knows that lets y'all know Dr. Umar Johnson has been playing dumb. That's why I said playing dumb. FD, when he was on Ole's channel, he started telling some truth, playing dumb. Ole telling some truth, playing dumb. Huh? I said it. These people aren't dumb. I've been telling y'all that. We disagree with them, but they're not dumb. They're playing dumb. They're playing obtuse. Everybody know why black men are dating and marrying out. Everyone knows. Non-black people know. Black people know. Black women know. Everybody's playing dumb. Our scholars know. Crystalline Kerosene knows. That's why when Jason Black pressed her, she didn't have an answer. Huh? Everyone knows why black women date out when they date out, and everyone knows why black men date out when they date out. And it's not the same reason. Everyone knows. Everyone's acting dumb. Everyone's being obtuse. When you see how black women responded to this plumber, to Aaron, huh? When you see how Yenny is speaking, when you see how black women, even 2 years later, they're still fighting a war against a corpse. Huh? They're still fighting a war against a corpse. Because he's living rent-free in their head. How do you not understand why black young men, black men are marrying out? Remember, 25% as of recently, 25 was 24, 25%. Black women, can you make up for that with non-black men and with same-sex loving relationships? I don't think so, but let's see. Remember, there's already 2 million less black men than black women. Now brothers are marrying out at 25% from the most recent numbers we got. It's looking kind of ugly. Dear black women, it's looking kind of ugly. Right? So a split gym, yeah, that fit, feminine, and friendly, boy. It's still haunting them. That's why I bought them Ginny Mai and Jeezy. It's still haunting them. And GC says, did you see Aaron's non-black ex airing him out on TikTok, Twitter Z? Yeah, I saw it. I saw it because Real Talk with Yanny played it. Huh? Yeah. Thank you. And Jake, exactly, Jake. And Jake says, Umar admitted that white women invest early. Right? And Gilgami says, remember when we were talking about the Arabs being a fixed mixed race? I actually just thought about that maybe like about 2 days ago. Yes, I remember. And Gilgami says, remember when we were talking about the Arabs being a fixed mixed race? Many of those mixed basketball players look like North African Arabs, especially Moroccans and Algerians, Mr. Z. Yeah, I agree. I mean, look at the DeBarge family. Goddamn, Z. And the Jacksons, well, damn. Well, I'm talking about the new generation of the Jacksons, not straight out of Indiana Jacksons, right? Huh? Yeah. I guess I'll read this now because y'all rolling about it. Let's see. And KMS says, it isn't just if a black man dates out. Let black women tell it. If black men isn't with a carbon copy of Florida Evans from Good Times, then he ain't ish. Suspect of wanting to jump the fence. If she don't look like Yaphet Kodo, there will be hell to pay. Let me look that up. Let me make sure I got the right face. Wait a minute. Oh damn! Come on, y'all. Give me a second, y'all. Give me 1 second. Hysterical, right? And let me say yes. Let's call a thing a thing. Yes, if a sister doesn't look like Florida Evans, but we've said this before, and that's why I said replace Margot Robbie from the beauty standard with Ashley Acuna. Clearly, Ashley Acuna looks better than Florida Evans did, but still, yeah, right? No, you're right. You're absolutely right, and that's what it is. It's the kinkiest hair, heaviest set, darkest skin, broadest nose sister. And once again, they don't each actually want it to be equal. It will never be, by the way. That's a pipe dream, but fine. They want really to kick off Margot Robbie from the beauty standard. They think they can inch their way there by doing we're all beautiful, we're all pretty in our own way. And if you tell men that enough, that we're all pretty and all women are pretty in their own way, that if all men were millionaires, don't worry about the logistics. This ain't gonna make sense if you if you really dig into details, but bear with me, right? Go with me on this one. And men got to choose whichever women they wanted. They think that if you tell them that Lizzo is on the same level as a young Naomi Campbell's, that we're gonna go to Lizzo and Naomi Campbell's at the same level, the same amount of us, because they're gonna keep on. They think that if you keep on telling men, no, we're all pretty in our own way. Women are all pretty in our own way. That we're all gonna go to Lizzo the same amount as a young Tyra Banks, right? Or Normani, a Kelly Rowland, a Beyonce, a Rihanna, huh? If I just tell you that we're all pretty in our own way, stop it. Huh? If I tell you that we're pretty in our own way, then when we give you all the money, you won't go after Amarla Negra. Amarla Negra is a dark-skinned black woman. At one point, she was super thick. She done lost the weight. The curves ain't curving like that no more, but still, she's still cute. And what did they? She's not black enough because she got green eyes, like gray eyes, better yet. This is a dark-skinned Latina woman. Black. Ain't no light skin, nothing about her. And she came on the scene rocking the fro. And she came on the scene rocking a fake fro. But she wasn't black enough because gray eyes. Oh boy. So what KMS said is 100% true. Because a black woman, mixed, yes, Blackity black, blackity black. Ain't if she ain't tell you she was mixed, you wouldn't believe it. A dark-skinned black woman still ain't black because of gray eyes. I guess Jesse Williams ain't black. And Drake ain't black. And J. Cole ain't black. And Logic ain't black. And Barack Obama ain't black. By that logic, huh? None of them black. None of them. Nope. Colin Powell, too light. Rest in peace. Too light, not black. Juan Williams, that be on Fox News, him and his son, not black. Huh? By that logic, Steph Curry and Aisha Curry, not black. Huh? If we going off of that logic, right? So no, KMS, what you said here is 100% true. That's where they at with it. That's where they're at with it. Huh? Weird. Right? But that speaks to this kind of litmus test of blackness that black women believe in. Huh? Detroit's is not like us. Yeah, that's essentially what they're saying. Right? As I said, like, it gotta be the most West African of West African features. East Africans don't count. Certain South Africans with the ones that kind of have the Mandela eyes, they don't count, especially a black woman. Oh, absolutely not. You got the almond eyes? Nope. Huh? Guess Mr. Z Grams wouldn't count because she had the almond eyes, especially as she got older. Huh? Right. Well, it's looking kind of rough. Right? Looking kind of rough. And these are the people that celebrate this brother being fired. They're wishing the worst on him. They're wishing the worst harm on him. Man. Right? And once again, KMS, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. Right? And I got to read this because this has been up here for a while. And Detroit says, and thank you for the super chat. And how do I know this? Black woman's fear, and this is the well, we're coming back on the witchcraft and the supernatural stuff. So that comment. And Detroit says, and how do I know this? Black women's fear exposed Nyla and tells it all against with Nyla, Taz, Cynthia G, Green Goblin, hysterical. It's on video on YouTube. Wow, how they been messing with tarot cards and whatnot, and blood sacrifice. Y'all better stop it. I'm telling y'all, stop it. Khoisan eyes. Thank you, Jake. Khoisan eyes. Right. I've heard it multiple times, and I'm probably gonna forget again. Right. GC says KMS paying bills. Right. Yeah, KMS do be coming in with the check though. He do be coming in with the check. Right. And you know what message that also sends, especially I think for those of us, Roger Report, me, Obsidian, BGS, Dr. T, it shows y'all backing, but it also shows like because I listen to some of these women's live streams, right? And I, if I have the time, or which I like never do, but and when you go through their comments, ain't nobody super chatting, right? Nobody's super chatting, right? And the message I'm trying to convey here is no one's super chatting because they don't got it. No one's super chatting because they don't have it. Now, Mr. Z is black. I know black people writ large financial situation. I'm not even making fun of that. What I'm saying is much of the reason why y'all sound the way y'all do about black men, it's because you don't got it. And you're looking for a black man, any man, but definitely a black man, to save you financially. But you won't even be humble. You won't even be kind. And you listen to Yanny. Oh boy. I was trying to be nice, but Vince is because they broke, Z. Man. Vincent, man, Z, I paid your Netflix subscription today. Hysterical. Right? That's why I say barely making it, auntie. I know our financial situation as black people, black women. Y'all notice Mr. Z don't make fun of that? I know why y'all sound the way y'all sound. But all that ego, oh, that ego is a beast, ain't it? Right? Thank you, Vince. Vince says, shout out today, swaggy begging. I'm telling you, right? I'm telling you. And Jake says they are sharing one debit card on trips to Miami. Of course, they don't have any ducats. Hysterical, man. Oh, I didn't know that. And Detroit says shout out, and thank you for the super chat, Detroit. And Detroit says shout out to Red Supreme exposed all of this. Wow. Oh, so I didn't know. Okay, so I'll check it out. What's the title of that stream? I'll check it out. Right. That's true. That's true. And Jake says they have Cash App QR codes posted everywhere. And I was listening to is it Diamond Dave? Which one of y'all sent me the Diamond Dave link? And I started going through some of his streams, and it was one I checked out, and he was speaking about how they're forcing people to go legit, right? So we're not even talking about brothers that's in the streets in that capacity. We're talking about brothers that they piecing together different gigs that's not on the books, right? Where you're not getting a literal pay stub. And they're forcing people to go legit with some of these apartment complexes. Like you can no longer like fake a pay stub, right? Fake verification and whatnot. And I'm tying that to this by saying like those QR codes and this Cash App thing soon enough, that's not going to be the workaround soon enough. Good one. And Telescope says broke queens acting like temporarily deposed royalty. Yeah. Yep. Right. And I brought that up to make a larger point. As you will find, I remember watching goddamn, why is her name slipping me right now? Selkis Ray. And Jess dropped a $50 super chat in there. So I was like, okay. But that was like it. Right? And yes, I'm talking about the Jess that has been in this space before. Yes, that Jess. Right? Right? And once again, Vince saying Yanny isn't qualified, hysterical, right? And Detroit says, who was attacking Bronny James for going to that prom? No, it was random comments. It was random, nobody comments, right? The content creators, believe it or not, I don't recall any content creators saying something about that, right? But on Twitter, they definitely were. Those comments I definitely actually saw with my own two eyes, right? I do recall that. And Detroit, thank you for the super chat. But yeah, no, I recall seeing that with my own two eyes, right? And D Scott says, and once again, thank you for the super chat, Detroit. And D Scott says, gotta hit the road. Watch out for those hurricanes, bro. Man, look, we haven't even had any type of hurricane situation down here, but bruh, if it rains for 2 days, oh man, and God forbid it's high tide or full moon. I'm afraid, to be honest with you, of full moon, 3 days raining in South Florida. It's done. It is done. Right? If it's a full moon and it rains for 2, maybe 3 days, man. Listen, D Scott, man, look, Miami. I just want y'all to. I'm gonna post it because I found a couple of links from last year. I'm gonna post the links after the stream, or if not after the stream, definitely by tomorrow. Of what it looked like last year when it rained for those 3 days, and I think it was a full moon, if I'm not mistaken. Man, when I told y'all then, South Florida was a goddamn lake. Okay, I'm telling y'all, right? Now, GC, they really are though. And GC says, crying about who teenagers went to prom with. They really do. They really are, because they can see what that means, right? We're talking about like celebrity, or like the children of celebrities, like Bronny James, for instance. But even for the rando brothers that you see, and we all seen that picture has been circulating for a few years, of those brothers. It's like what, 10, 15 brothers, and they all got white girls for prom. And they're all lined up, back to back with each other. Excuse me. Black women see that as an attack on them, right? They see it as an attack on them. For them, and Toya, you could correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody in the comments can correct me if I'm wrong. The way they see it is that those young men are tapping their daughters on the shoulder and saying, by the way, I didn't choose you because you're ugly. I didn't choose you because you're fat. Notice I didn't say overweight. Y'all know Mr. Z says overweight. No. I gotta say it as crass as the way they're saying it. I didn't choose you, or the way they feel it. Better yet, I'm saying it as crass as the way they feel it. I didn't choose you because you're ugly. I didn't choose you because you're fat. I didn't choose you because of that hair, whatever that is on your head. Right? They're thinking that these young men, even though we know statistics for single mother households, their fathers and their uncles said, hey, not don't you come home with a woman that can't comb her hair with this comb or whatever, however we usually say it in the black community. No, don't you come home with anybody with kinky, curly, 4C hair. Right? Toya said, yeah, it's almost like passed down projection. So it really is this kind of weird, it's I think Toya said it best. Actually, yeah, it's projection. It's projection. Right? Huh. Saint Cyr says, I'm glad my parents never preached that to me. They just told my brother and I not to bring home any riffraff, right? Or bring any riffraff home. Yeah. Man. It's yeah. No, black women do feel a certain way about it. They do feel a certain way about it. And the thing is, as long as black men have been saying to black women, your weight, your attitude, your weight, your attitude, your weight, your attitude. It's not your skin tone, it's your weight and your attitude. It's your weight and your attitude. It's your weight and your attitude. And when we say your attitude, we're talking about the way you speak about us, the way you speak to us. Your weight, your attitude. Just say the word Z, the gynocracy. The men without means are kind of stuck. Not really, because some of these Negroes with that don't got it, they still be messing with the white girls on your ass. And the Latinas. Your weight, your attitude, the gynocracy. Y'all know it as a matriarchy. The gynocracy, your weight, your attitude, the gynocracy, your weight, your attitude, the gynocracy. And as much as black men have been saying that, I don't know, for like a century and a half, definitely over the past 60 years, black women, for some reason, no, it's not that. It's my skin tone and my hair texture and my broad nose. Oh my God. Right? And Trell says, you know, brothers like them thick. Trell, y'all remember the era of big boned, right? This is the shape like a goddamn bowling ball. Talking about us because I'm big boned. Some of you, not even you younger millennials, but y'all probably still remember that too. You Gen Z don't know nothing about that. Yes, there was an era where sisters would be shaped like a goddamn ball, and they would be talking about, no, it's because I'm big boned, right? Huh? And for all of us that ever seen that picture of this scrawny brother, and he's sitting down, and this is like the super baggy clothes era of hip hop, and the biggest sister in the world is sitting on his lap, facing him. For any of us that ever seen that picture before. So black men have been telling black women just don't want to hear it, right? And KMS says, black women, I'm getting tongue tied. I don't know what's going on here. Let's read this again. I will see what you got going on. I don't know. Black women, you with a pretty black woman, you hate black women. I really think the sickness is that deep. Yes. I didn't even have to think about it. I was going to try to think about it, but no, you're right. You're right. Because God forbid you pull up to the event with a Carrie Hilson looking at sister. Huh? Fine, the cute chocolate sister that was at the end on this Pop the Balloon show. You pop up with her type of demeanor. Oh, she thinks she better than everybody. Oh boy. Right? I'm kind of sweet on Normani. I think Normani's cute. You pop up with Normani, I don't know. You gotta put some weight on. What? What is wrong with you people? Right? You pop up with alien forehead ass Rihanna, I'll be messing with Rihanna. Rihanna's cute too. Let's stop. Right? I don't know. She Caribbean and she got that accent. I don't know what she's saying half the time. And she light skin. Of course he was gonna pop up with a light skin. Right? Man. No, they really can't. It's never. You can't pop up with a cute chick. You're absolutely right, KMS. You cannot pop up with a cute chick. Nope. Nope. Right? Light skin or dark skin. Definitely light skin. And like when I say light skin, I'm not even saying lighter than a brown paper bag. Even a shade or two darker than that. Right? Because usually when we say light skin, we talk about lighter than a brown paper bag. I'm saying even the brown paper bag and about a shade or two darker. Right? They grade on a curve. If she's really pretty, they just gonna call her light skin even if she's not light skin. Right? Just to say, oh, of course he was gonna pop up with somebody like that. right? Man, God, look, Lion, if you pop up with a woman, not with Six the Goddess past, but if you pop up with a woman that look like Six the Goddess, you're gonna get Keto Rose at that damn event. They're gonna find a reason to start something with Six the Goddess. They're gonna find a reason to start something with her. What's the other sister that have a she looked like she could kind of be related to Six the Goddess. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She got that she doing numbers on Instagram. Y'all know who I'm talking about. She out of Cali too. What is her name? Y'all know who I'm talking about. Somebody gotta say her name. She got the same skin tone as Six also. She looked like she could be related to her. And she speaks up on black men and she speaks, you know, pro-black. Y'all know who I'm talking about. What is her name? Right? I forgot her name. Damn it. Mr. Z, I need you to get better with these names. Right? Somebody gotta say her name eventually in the comments. She doing numbers on Instagram. I think she got a YouTube channel too. I'm not sure. Not April Mason. No, definitely not April Mason. Right? Not Danica Marie. No, not Danica Marie. Right? Not River. God damn, what is her name? Oh, she's out. Is she in Cali? I want to say she's in Cali. Thank you. Yes, Erica Lachey. Thank you, D. Scott. Yes, Erica Lachey. That's what I was talking about. I knew somebody was gonna come up with the name. Erica Lachey. If you pop up with Erica Lachey, it might be a fight. It might be a fight. God, if you pop up with Erica Lachey, for all of you that it's only two of you, it's brothers. If you pop up, let's say you had a family reunion, and you know your cousins ain't all that. They ain't lookers, right? They ain't lookers. You pop up with Erica Lachey, and your brother pop up with a sister that look like Six the Goddess. Y'all gonna be sitting at a separate table by yourselves, and they're gonna be sneering at y'all the whole night. You better don't pop up with somebody looking like Melanie King. You better not. You better don't. Don't do it. You better not. Especially a younger one. Oh boy, a younger Melanie King. They're gonna fight you. Oh no, they're not gonna fight you. Stop it, see. They're gonna try to fight her and scratch her face. By the way, right, man, right. Because we have to have an honest conversation, right? Because I gotta leave that super chat from KMS for a little bit later. We have to have a conversation about why black women respond this way to everyone from the plumber as a black man to why black women respond like how Keto Rose responded to Six the Goddess, right? And we know what that was, and nobody could say it. We know what that was. For all of us that watched that, we know what that was, right? And who was that sister again that made the comment like, "Oh yeah, we got her" type comment when Six got up and left? Is it that same one that's doing the hosting with Anton right now? Right? By the way, I just put two and two together and I realized she was the same one that did that little dancing with Keto Rose when she made that comment about yo effed up mamas and whatever. I just put two and two together like a couple days ago. Right? The one that's doing not the hosting on Anton's channel, the one that's doing the God, she's doing like this round table type hosting, right? Is that the same one that celebrated when Keto Rose walked off? Right? Either way, y'all see the way they responded. It might not have even be it wasn't her. I don't think it was her. But either way, right? That black women do feel a certain way, is what Mr. Z is saying. They do. And I would argue that's not a black woman thing. That's a woman thing, right? That is a woman thing. Eric, you got to be listening. You got to be listening like a couple minutes back because he just not saying Erica Lachey. You listened a couple minutes back, or did you not hear me say Erica Lachey? Because somebody said it earlier, and who got it right? Was it you, GC? No, it was D Scott. D Scott was the first one to say Erica Lachey. He got it right the first time, right? Right. River too. River another one. Y'all better know. Danica Maria. Look, all of those cutes. All of them. Don't you be popping up with no Shay, no Danica Marie, no River, no Erica Lachey, no Sixth the Goddess. Right. Don't y'all pop up with no sister that look like that. When Toya get her dreadlock, don't be popping up with no Toya. Toya, I hope you're ready to fight. Right? Because they're going to be hating. They're going to. You pop up at the event with somebody that look like that. Right? They hate. You might as well have popped up with a white girl, actually. Right? You might as well have popped up with a white girl. Huh? Even, let's go dark chocolate. You pop up, like we said, you pop up with someone that look like a Marla Negra. Right? Yeah, they're hating. Huh? Mr. Z has gotten some of those looks before. Already. And we ain't even married yet. Not from family. But me and my lady have been grocery shopping. And I'll catch a young lady stealing looks. And then when she realized me and my lady are a couple, you see the look. And I know y'all brothers have experienced that look. Of course he with her. I've seen it. Right? Of course. Right? And once again, Detroit, thank you for the super chat. When Detroit said, shout out to Red Supreme, exposed all of this. And like Detroit, don't forget to let me know the name of that stream, that stream, so I could look it up. Oh, I don't think damn, I should have said that in the beginning. I Am Waffles left me 3 links a few videos ago for me to watch, and I clicked them and I had them in my history, and I've done watched a zillion videos since then, and so I'm not gonna be able to find them. So I Am Waffles, if you listen this far, please put the links either email me them or and I might have to say that at the beginning of my next stream because I doubt I Am Waffles listened to this long. By the way, shout out to the replay gang. Yeah, but I Am Waffles, if you remember what those links were, put them in the comments, like not the live comments, but put them in the comments so that I can put them in my history again, and this time I'll actually review them early enough and they won't get lost in my history, because now those links are lost in my history somewhere. So yeah. And that's for I Am Waffles, yeah. And Detroit says, well, I didn't forget about you, Detroit. It's still there. I didn't forget about you, but I'll read it now then. And Detroit says, if you take a look at Red Supreme, okay. I get what you're saying. So you're linking this. Okay. If you take a look at Red Supreme's videos on Swirler Divested Zealot, Paris Milan, Taz, Nyla, Black Women's Fear, Cynthia G, Walt G, Crystal Swirls, Yanni, and Chris Logic in 2021 and 2022 live videos. Take your pick. Okay. All right. Right. You're right. You're right, and that's why they're saying exoticals now. And Mr. Shook to you says, white chicks aren't the flex anymore, Z. It's Latinas with ass. No, you're right. You're right. And that's why you hear Chrissy saying exoticals, right? And like exoticals aren't just the Latinas. Exoticals are like the racially ambiguous sisters, like Kendrick's wife, um, certain light skins, right? But yeah, no, really like racially ambiguous black women, or just racially ambiguous women writ large, racially ambiguous black women, the Kim Kardashian types where they're like considered white, but like they have that more Middle East white thing going on, right? So like yeah, the Latinas, the J-Los, right? So yeah, yeah, you're right. The flex isn't white women anymore, but black women do feel a certain way when a brother pops up with a young J-Lo, right? With an obvious, you see how they felt about Kim Kardashian. Luckily, like this type of conversation and Kim Kardashian didn't necessarily coincide at the same time. But if Kanye like getting with Kim would have coincided with or if that would have happened around like 2021, 2022, maybe 2019, or we would have had a whole, it would have been World War VII on social media with black women and how they felt about Kim Kardashian, right? GC says white with a twist. I call it spicy whites, right? Yeah. Yeah, that's definitely yeah, but yeah, okay, so Detroit, I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Red Supreme's channel and some of his older stuff. Right. And that's where that is where we are with the celebration, because I want to kind of bring this to a close. Where we are is that we have black women subtly, and that's why I said to, and I should have said it more overtly. I should have been more dogged about it, and I wasn't when I was speaking to FD. And I think I might need to start stressing that more. Is it that y'all are having a difficult time with the wording of women writ large, black women specifically? And because the way men are socialized, we're more upfront, right? With our wording, with our language, with our verbiage. And y'all are having an issue realizing that black women are saying even worse because they're not couching it with the same words that they're not using the same words. Is that the problem here? Because Yanni low key is wanting to see this man suffer. She just don't got the ovaries to say it. She want to see him hurt, right? She's gonna say now if something happens to him, she's gonna say karma. She said karma and she already said karma and justice on the first video. So there you go. So is it because she's not saying it over? Like, look, this man need to be either because he committed the ultimate sin and talking back to black women and getting with black women, right? Because he committed the ultimate sin, because he wasn't quote unquote stoic, because he wasn't a man of a few words. Translation, because he didn't take verbal abuse, right? Because he didn't take those little underhanded jabs from black women. Are we having a difficult time? FD, foreign man in a foreign land, is the problem that y'all need black women to say it the way black men would say it if we would say something like that? In other words, this man needed to be under a bridge, starving. He needs to be fired from his job. He needs to be thrown in prison. I didn't say jail. He needs to be thrown in prison. He needs to be groveling at black women's feet, begging for forgiveness. Or he needs to be deleted by his ops so we can be like, oh, look what happened. Oh, that's so unfortunate. Oh, I guess the karma caught up with him. Why do y'all need it to be so overt? Why do y'all need everything to be cartoonishly Cynthia G level, Lexus Exodus level? Why do y'all need it to be so overt? It comes off cowardly, really. Right? That's Why do they got to be so overt? The only reason y'all, and let's be honest, the only reason they're even acknowledging divestors, one, because people like Mr. Z mention them every 5 seconds, and two, because they're comically explicit, right? They make no qualms about what their issue is. Black men exist. Black men are in the way of us getting with white men, right? But once you take the heat off of it a little bit, once you start getting to the Chrissy and Yannies, all of a sudden people start getting iffy. And yet he's like pretty much practically wishing on this man's downfall. Right? And once again, Detroit, thank you for the super chat. Thank you for the super chat. That's an issue. That's a big, major issue. Right? That what y'all are waiting for to make mention of it. And let's not, okay, fine. Let's stop throwing the brothers under the bus. T-Noir, Julesy, Khadijah, Nappy Headed Ahoba, huh? I guess we'll mention Cat Black. I guess we'll mention Quaytan. Why does it have to be so damn comical? Cartoonish? For y'all to be like, okay, black women, y'all, hey, y'all went too far now. And that, like I told y'all, keep on playing patty cake with them over there. I already told you. Let me tell you how Gen Z gonna do it. Shout out to Gen Z black men. You know what Gen Z black men are gonna do? Take their ball and go home. Boomers pouted, extras pouted, millennials we pout in, Mr. Z. I'm purposely saying the word pouting, by the way. Young millennials and Gen Z black men said, yeah, read my Nikes. Right? Detroit said their waist measurement is 67, 89, 70. Bowling ball. Right? Man. Gen Z is indifferent. And it's not even a hateful indifference. It's just, meh. If I end up with a black woman, great. If I don't, great. Right? Charles said, screw you guys, I'm going home. No, for real. Jake says troll and take their ball home. I don't that's on social media, kind of. When I interact with Gen Z young black men, to be honest with you, when I interact with urban men, so I'm throwing Latinos in there too, they don't seem bothered by these young women at all. They're like, screw them. Do what you want to do. I don't care what you do. Right? And it's I think it's the other side of somewhat feeling defeated, but I don't think this was supposed to happen this way. I think what they thought was men were supposed to try even harder on the hamster wheel. And there's this apathy from young men, and that's the word I was looking for. There's this apathy from young men, white men, Latino men, black men, but definitely black men, that I don't think was really calculated for. And that's gonna hurt young black women. Because it's not these young men. Many of these young men, obviously, they don't interact with the black manosphere. They're not on this side of social media yet. But they don't have to. The environment is causing them to sound like us and move and think like us. And the environment is causing them to be apathetic to the plight of young black women. So shout out to Accountable Commentary. I'm gonna finish watching that. Whatever her face is, the black woman, the most disloyal yawn, that black woman. And she's saying we need to raise our young black men to protect the young black girls, or however she phrased it. Raise the black boys to protect the black girls? Absolutely not. If y'all was really about community, yes, but you're not. You want me to raise my son. I don't have a kid. You want me to raise my son to be the cleanup man for your wayward daughter? You don't have kids. No, absolutely not. To be the human shield for your daughters in their wayward decisions? Nope. What Anton says, step crash dummy? Nope. Absolutely not. Huh? And this brother had no kids. 29 years old. Let's say we could believe him. Could pull $100,000 out of his rear end right now. I ain't even gonna ask how. Ask how. Right? Blue collar, doing well financially, no children, fit. Y'all gave him the middle finger. Now y'all got the man fired. Now y'all hoping his ops catch up to him, or the authorities catch up to him, so he's either in jail or he's deleted. Yeah, and he grows some. Put on your big girl panties and admit it. You're hoping that he serves some time, or he gets caught up. He gets deleted. Grow up. Just admit it. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat, the big old 50. KMS says black women deal with black men like they're cooked out capitalists, coked out capitalists. I said cooked out, sorry. Coked out capitalists, while expecting black men to deal with them like we're theoretical communists. No, ma'am. There will not be a 6'5" rich penis in every pot. No, ma'am. The market will dictate the penis you get or don't get. Look, I agree. It's what we say about the capitalists, right? The capitalist class of America is capital for socialism for me, right? Capitalist for thee. In other words, I play capitalism, and if I get myself in enough of a snag, the government's supposed to bail me out. Now, you average people, if you get yourself in a snag, well, file for bankruptcy, lose your house, put your house up for foreclosure, and all other foolishness, right? And that is how KMS is saying that black women operate. I agree, right? So y'all know Mr. Z is a leftist, but you can't socialize desire. Y'all trying really hard though, black women. And the well-off brothers, the good-looking brothers, the white men, because that's what it's kind of really about, isn't it? Right? The good-looking Latinos, they don't hear nothing you saying. You could keep on trying, they don't hear you. The brothers y'all want to be cleanup men after you lose with the white dude, and the tall, good-looking brothers, and the brothers that had some money, and etc., they don't hear you. You can't socialize desire. Y'all trying really hard. Right? Man. But I agree. You get what you qualify for. Oh, wait a minute. And that brother said, what? Sorry, Queen, you ain't qualified. You ain't qualified. Look, it's funny. Black women, it's funny. It's funny. But I don't want to see what y'all sadistic funny look like in response to his funny. Because that was funny. What y'all think is funny is him getting fired. Look at the response. He says, you're not qualified. We laugh at that. For y'all, what's funny is as a response is for him to get fired from his job. And for him to potentially get deleted by the ops. And for him to be potentially thrown in jail for some type of violation with the authorities. Oh boy. That's what y'all think is the appropriate response to the funny. Okay. Huh? Yeah. So no, KMS, essentially what you're saying, they're getting what they're qualified for. They're not qualified for the 6'5" brother, right? That's rich with the baby arm. And they're angry about that. Right? And they really don't want a brother like Aaron setting the precedent, right? That good looking brothers are supposed to speak like this. No, 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 no. Brothers like Mr. Z are supposed to speak like this, and definitely the brothers, the dweeby or unattractive or financially gone brother, the brothers that are struggling, they can understand you sounding like that. Of course, you're salty, you're unattractive, you're not even on the radar for them, right? But Aaron is not so. Oh no, 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 no! Don't set that precedent, right? And you saw it on Cocktails and Queens when they were speaking about Kevin. I want to say the first time when they were speaking about Kevin after Average at Best. I want to say it was after Average at Best, and you saw the way Lisa Ray spoke about Kevin, and you saw the way Vivica spoke about Kevin, which I think is why what triggered Kevin to speak about Vivica the way he did. I think that's why. But follow me. Lisa Ray was like, "No, she was like, yeah, he's a good-looking brother, blah 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 blah." Vivica's like, "No, no, he's not." Okay, right? And even though Lisa Ray, if I'm saying Issa Rae, I don't mean Issa Rae, I mean Lisa Ray. Even though Lisa Ray didn't really like what Kevin said, she still, you could tell she was like, "Oh no, this is, he's suited and booted and good looking." Not Vivica, right? Because Vivica is saying we can't even if I do find him attractive, I can't say it. We can't set the precedent for the brothers that we actually find attractive to sound like this. The ones that actually got a little bit of money to sound like this. No. The loser brothers, we could kind of understand you're a loser. But not the ones we want. Huh? Line says femcel behavior. Exactly. Exactly, Trell. And Trell says the musty, crusty dusties. Yeah, the musty, crusty dusties. Yeah, we expect you to sound like that. You're a loser, right? You're 57 living in your parents' basement, right? But Kevin, the plumber? Oh no, not y'all. Nope. Huh? Y'all not supposed to sound like that. Huh? And once again, KMS, thank you for the super chat. I guess I'll read the other super chat. And KMS says, and thank you for the super chat. KMS says, thought experiment. Have black women ever thought that the backlash based off on their cultural image could also be karma? I see you, KMS. I see you. Since they're into that type of stuff, absolutely not. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Right? Because your question is valid. If we're talking about karma, dear black women, dear Yanni, if we're talking about karma, are you sure that that interracial marriage rate and the increasing interracial marriage rate for black men and the fact that Ebony K. Williams has no father for that child and the fact that you're single from what we could see, Yanni, have you ever considered that that is karma? Right? If you're going to speak about karma, have you ever considered that you and your subscribers and you and your ilk in their current situation with men writ large, black men specifically, or their lack of situation with men writ large, black men specifically, is karma for a certain behavior, a certain way of thinking about black men? Have you ever considered that? Right? So no, that's a great question, KMF. That's a great question. And I would argue absolutely not. I don't think they would. No, nope. They're not thinking that. Nope. Right? I like this. Vince is the stay in your lane politics. That's black women's politics towards black men. Right? And KMS continues and says, baby boomers pouted, Xers shouted, millennials doubted. Okay, so you fix what I said. That sounds better. That sounds better. He says, read this again. He says, I'm still, by the way, I'm stealing this. I'm so stealing this. And KMS says, baby boomers pouted, Xers shouted, millennials doubted, Gen Z rerouted. And put it in the book. And he says, A's question mark. Chick, please. We gotta find one for Alpha. We gotta find one for Alpha. We gotta find one for Alpha. We gotta find one. Right. But that's I like this. And we gotta read this one more again. Baby boomers pouted. Xers shouted. Millennials doubted. Gen Z rerouted. A's question mark. So Alpha's question mark. Chick, please. Oh man, that is good. That is good, right? That's funny. And Better You says E pluribus dustum, and Trail says it in our modern lingo. You from many Better You from many dust. Detroit says refounded. Right? I don't know. I don't know, Detroit. It's not smooth enough. It's missing that je ne sais quoi. See, it's missing something. It's missing something. Right? Where's Charles when you need him? And Mr. Shook to you says, that's some Ric Flair ish right there. Woo! Right? Man. Yeah. On that note, y'all, because I gotta read this one more again, because this is the funny. This is a good note to end on. This is the funny. And once again, brother Aaron, I hope the best for you. I wish the best for you. I hope that you ain't, in the streets anymore. I hope you don't get caught up in that. Whatever situation you got with the state or with the laws or the authorities, I hope you get that fixed or handled. We don't wish the worst for black women over here. Not on the side of the Black Manosphere I occupy. right? We don't wish the worst for them, and we call them out for when they wish the worst for black men, and they're trying to do it in their own little subtle way. Yanny, right? So whatever situation you got going on, I hope the best for you. Um, you know, we're not wishing the worst for you over here. Um, and to Yanni, I say, I don't know what the hell you got going on, but yes, Yanni, put on your big girl panties, be self-aware, rewatch your video. Yes, you are wishing the worst for this man. You are hoping for the worst for this man. Because you're using him as an avatar for all black men, particularly those of us on social media, but particularly those of us in the black manosphere. Right? And it's ugly. And if you believe in karma, shout out to KMS. If you believe in karma, what do you think you're wishing for yourself? The silence is on purpose, everyone. It's a real question. It's a real question. Right? Right? Man. Yeah. Detrice is astounded. What our generation alpha just standing back looking astounded? That's okay. Let's see if we can plug it in. And KMS is one more again. KMS is baby boomers pouted, Xers shouted, millennials doubted, Gen Z rerouted, and Detroit says damn. And so that would be Generation Alpha. I'm gonna say is standing back astounded. So I gotta do it again because I messed up by putting all the extra stuff. So let's read that again. Baby boomers pouted, Gen Xers shouted, millennials doubted, Gen Z rerouted, and Generation Alpha is standing back astounded. Okay, there we go. Boom, there we go. There we go. There we go. Because low key, they really are astounded. I think Generation Alpha is going to have even less children, barring some great social program, whether it's from the conservatives that, I don't know, force women to have kids, or I don't know, on some Handmaid's Tale thing. By the way, white conservatives, I don't see brothers pushing that. Or the left coming up with some new version of a New Deal that makes men and women more comfortable in having 2 and 3 kids. Yeah, I do see Generation Alpha just standing back being astounded. I'm talking about Generation Alpha black men, right? As they come of age. So yeah. Detroit said I should be a battle rapper. Hysterical. Wow. Yeah, no, this is yeah. KMS, this was good. That was good. That was good. Right. And we will end right here, y'all. We'll pause right here. Right. Because that's good. Right. How bad does it gotta get? God damn. And Mr. Shook to you says things have to get worse before it gets better. Jesus. How bad does it have to get? Right? Because Generation Z is rerouted already. So as Gen Alpha come of age, and as I said, and is because that was good, astounded and just gonna stand back astounded. Jeez. Right? Detroit says he need to be a battle rapper. Astounded it does flow. Right? Man. Yeah. So we will pause right here. Love, peace, and chicken grease. Y'all go check out other Black Manosphere content, other non-Manosphere content. Man. KMS, that was good. That was good. Because I kept on saying pouted. And he said no. So Yeah, now KMS in Detroit with the tag team, right? And yeah, baby boomers pouted, Gen Xers shouted, millennials doubted, Gen Z rerouted, Generation Alpha is just gonna stand back astounded, right? And shout out to KMS and shout out to Detroit, man. And we will pause right there. Truly, y'all have a great rest of y'all night. Go check out other Black Manosphere content. Go touch some grass. Well, it's probably late everywhere now. Well, it's maybe on the West Coast it's not too late. Go touch some grass according to FD Signifier. And yeah, y'all. So we will end it right there. All right, Mr. Z out.